this is a good take because I want Elvis is like the Post Malone of rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like it was run by niggas at first. And he came in and he was like, yo, I'm just like y'all. Not like Eminem. Eminem was like, I am a cracker. You remember? Eminem was like, I'm a cracker.
Right.
I do what niggas do, but I'm a cracker.
Yeah, he
cracker,
definitely leaned into
I'm sorry, I get to say cracker right now because that's what Eminem was saying. Because that's what white folks do with the N-word.
He definitely leaned into the quote-unquote crazy white boy like vibe for sure.
I'ma kill you.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Ran trailer park and all this shit, and I fart. And you know what I'm saying? Like them words, you know. He said them words. Maybe not in the same song. Maybe not to rhyme together. Yeah. But he has said those words. And you know, Elvis was different. Elvis was more like Post Malone. Like, hey, I'm y'all. I am y'all.
Right.
I'm just like y'all. I come from the same place as y'all.
Right. Yeah. I came from the same place. I eat collard greens and black beans just like y'all.
Yeah. I went to church just like y'all.
Now shut up, nigga, and write me another song.
Somebody tell that nigger to bring my goddamn clothes in here. There's 2 times I done lost my luggage in 2 different cities. That ain't no coincidence. That's niggers being lazy when they see the king. They being jealous when they see the king. Because they know I'm better than them. We're same, man. We're same.
Yeah, I think that is just the main disconnect is that, you know, Elvis was very much of the times as like, you know, the rich, powerful white dude where he was taking advantage of black folks.
So I got a
and
question.
Women as far as.
Do you think he was really taking advantage of black people? Are there any real stories about him taking advantage of black people? And I want to say, 2-part question. Do you think that he is more racist or less racist than Frank Sinatra?
Well, you know what? That's a very good question as far as the racism goes. They're probably all the same bar of racism. I don't really know.
Because I don't know.
Because I don't know.
One of them's a Southerner. One of them's a New Yorker.
There is
one of them was allowing what? What's his name? Quincy Jones wrote all Frank Sinatra's biggest hits.
Right.
So,
yeah. But
he's the one who made Vegas allow niggas to sleep in hotels.
Well, so like the only thing that gives me cause to pause on Elvis, because like there's a lot of rumors about him like hornswoggling people out of their money, or like writing rights. But there's one story that Dolly Parton tells about how Elvis offered. Well, like he was basically saying he's gonna buy the song "And I Will Always Love You," which is her biggest hit, arguably.
Thanks to Whitney Houston.
And she was just like, yeah, thanks to Whitney Houston. And she was like gonna, sell it to him because like she was like, oh, I'm a big fan. Of course, I would love for Elvis to sing one of my songs. Then he was like, oh, but no, I'm just gonna give you his flat rate, and then I own like the publishing and I own everything. So like you're just gonna get this little bit of money. I'm gonna go make a bunch of money off of this song. She was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
it's like, and and I'm sure that like just because of the courage or convictions,
and I think she's being nice about that. I think she's like, he didn't actually tell her that, or if he told her that, he accidentally told her that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't think it was one of them situations where it was like, oh, I'm being really nice. Hey, do you really want to do this? Right. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make a lot of money, baby.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna ride it home all the way to Vegas, baby.
Yeah, I feel like
Vegas. I'm gonna ride it all the way.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Joke Panthers podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined, obviously. We just went on a Dolly Parton Elvis rant. I'm joined, as always, by my brother Bill. How you doing?
Las Vegas! That's right. And for all you who keep saying it's too loud, suck my dick.
That was only one person.
Oh.
So
see, now you telling those in-house secrets. So you can suck my dick, Edward, or whatever your name was. It's probably Edward too. I'm pretty good at shit like that, but actually, I don't know what his name is.
Edward sounds like a guy who would complain.
Edward. And shout out to any Edward listening who doesn't complain. You're the shit. Your name's Eddie.
Yeah, shout out to Double D out there. Just,
Ed. Just the one D.
Single D. Today, we are talking about the season finale of season 3 of the FX original series Atlanta. It's another van-focused episode. I really love the van-focused episodes. I figured we were going to get one this season, but I didn't think it was going to be the finale. That was kind of surprising.
Not to me. You know why?
Why?
Black women, right? Like, let's just celebrate black women, right?
Yeah, shout out to black women.
Let's put some black women on. Let's give black women an episode. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I saw the first scene, I was like, black women episode. This is what we're going on all of this episode. Watch.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say, I did predict something.
Okay. I
Early
honestly,
on, I go on now. Go on to episode 1. We'll review episode 1 of Atlanta season 3. Your boy, Billy Ocean. I rise the wave of television.
I'm very curious to hear what you predicted about
Remember,
this
no,
episode.
you remember, I said that what's her name? Van had gone crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I said, oh, she just went crazy.
Right.
And it's like,
okay.
She's not acting weird. She went crazy. She's fully gone crazy. She's like had a moment, and you were like, I don't know. We just don't know what's going on. I'm like, no, we know what's going on. She's crazy now. She lost her mind. Something snapped in her head, and she's crazy now. And lo and behold, it didn't. But I also probably, if I'm not mistaken, I also said this season, it's almost impossible to predict what's going to happen in this series because this is a type of series that doesn't really have any way for you to predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah, they're very they're playing it fast and loose with the show as always. Like, you know, they can switch from a very serious and grounded tone to like a very surreal, crazy, almost cartoonish tone the next moment. And it all works just because this show manages to blend all those themes very seamlessly.
And you can have an episode that seems like nothing is happening the entire time, and then all of a sudden it's just like heart like pumping shit going, like anxiety ridden, like either quote unquote action or quote unquote thriller or just drama taking place where you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Because what happens is, well, what their writing style is, I've kind of figured it out at this point. At least one tactic that they like to use in an episode that doesn't have a lot of dialogue, they'll bombard you with a lot of dialogue at the very end of the script.
Right.
And it's just so much information. It usually creates tension because you're like, well, what's about to happen? Because you as the viewer know that this is basically like the end of the episode. I've been watching this episode for 20 minutes. Like, damn, something about to happen right now. Like, what is going on? Like, and it creates this tension, and like the characters are so open as far as what can happen. You just end up like getting kind of lost in it, and then they grab you with all that dialogue, and it's fast paced like Aaron Sorkin style, and it's just like boom, 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 and then you're like, oh shit. But this episode was a little different than that. It was a really high paced dialogue episode with a lot of stuff going on that you don't understand, but it all pieces together at the end, which is their other episode writing style.
Yeah.
One of their other.
Right. Yeah. Like they definitely get kind of crazy like this in some of the other like kind of wacky episodes, and this episode did have like, and they mentioned this pretty much like by name in the episode, but this does have like a very Amelie vibe as far as like the directing, just like the how fast paced it is. Even this other French movie called Love Me If You Dare, it like has a lot of references to like different.
What's that other one?
French.
Polly. With the bitch who goes to the little market.
I don't know.
She got the oval face with the big eyes on.
Oh, that's Amelie. Yeah.
Amelie. That's Amelie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very Amelie. But Amelie without the stop motion. Whatever the fuck that was that they used in that show.
Yeah.
And also, yes, Van is cooler than Amelie. I want to put that out.
Yeah, because I don't think Amelie definitely never beat anybody.
But we open up. Let's talk about what we're talking about.
Yeah, let's talk about what we're talking about. Like the opening of the episode, we start out with Candace, one of Van's friends, hanging out with two of her friends in France. And it's funny that you said that as soon as you saw like the opening scene, you're like, black woman episode. Because I did recognize her from the Champagne Poppy episode.
Same.
I watched that episode probably more than any other Atlanta episode.
This is a crazy fucking episode. It's like one of the first crazy episodes that took place within the universe. Like,
right.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
yeah.
just trippy.
Yeah. Like that was such a fun episode, and like it's always good to see just like Van in her own element, and seeing also Donald just step away from like the acting and just putting all of his focus into directing, because I'm pretty sure he directs all those episodes as well, like Champagne Poppy and Value, and he directed this episode, written by Stephanie Robinson, who she's written other episodes for Atlanta. She's executive producer and writer on What We Do in the Shadows. And it shows how funny this episode is. It's like chock full of comedy. But what did you think of like this opening scene when Candace runs?
Writing terms. Chopped full of comedy. He just said that. He said it. Y'all are thinking it. Y'all were thinking it. I'm saying it out loud. He just said it. He did. He said it. Chopped full of comedy.
Yeah,
it was chopped full of comedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedy in this, and it's noticeably just I don't know. I really like her writing style.
Don't ignore me. I was just. So what was your question?
What did you think of like just this?
Of course, what did I think?
Just
about the scene.
Yeah, just the opening, like Candace seeing Van. Candace sees Van, and Van just like.
It was complete validation in everything that I'd said before. That's what it was. Because she saw Van, and Van is like, oh, bitch, no, that's not me. Oh, bitch, you ain't going to go away. Okay, yes, it is me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop acting like I got this accent, though.
Yeah.
So let's go. I was like, yep, Van is crazy. Y'all didn't think she was crazy. Y'all thought she was just like... I don't need a man. I don't need you. I'm just out here doing what I'm doing. Why are you worried about what I'm doing? No, let me tell you why I'm worried about what you're doing. Because, bitch, you don't ever be doing no shit like this. And this is fucking outside of yourself. So clearly something is going on, and you just don't want to tell me because you think that you are okay. But you ain't okay. You fucked up in the head. Yeah. And that's what Earn is blowing up her phone.
Yeah, like her phone is going.
But then, he's the one who looks crazy. He's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Earn, you're overprotective. Just leave her alone. Why are you worried?
Yeah, it's funny how like so many people, even and this happens later, but like Shanice and what was her other friend's name? Because they're like that. They're the actress's actual names. But Candace's two friends that she's in Paris with, they don't know Van, so they like, even though she's acting fucking weird, even weird to them.
Skinny dark skin and black dark skin.
Yeah,
I mean fat dark skin. I don't want to say fat dark skin. So
yeah, you were fine with short dark skin before. Yeah, like they're both like not. Really, like they're like, I mean, she's cool to me, let her live her life. It was like, but y'all don't understand the severity of the situation.
This bitch, so please shut the fuck up. I know y'all. Okay, first of all, I love y'all. You see, I brought y'all out here. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like when I first saw
that's
her,
really what she needed to say. Right. At that moment. She needed to just have that moment with them for a second, like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like she was clearly like trying to like riding the fence. This actress was doing a great job, by the way, of just like trying not to embarrass Van, and like be like, "What the fuck are you talking to this French accent for?" Like around her like new friends, because she doesn't want to like give the bad first impression to these to her friends. But
I have a theory about
she's
that.
also like, because when I first saw her, like I was in the same position Candace is in. It's like something is deeply wrong with Van, and I thought it was going to be a much sadder episode than we got.
It was kind of fucking sad.
It definitely gets very sad toward the end. No, it gets very sad toward the end. Yeah, like
to your point, you got what you
right. But I wasn't that expecting it to go in the places that it did. But what point were you about to make about the?
I think that the reason that the actress, Candace, and her friends were able to interact so well with Van, and where they were like, "What the fuck?" Like there were scenes where I paid close attention to the friends and not so much Van and Candace a lot of the times, and there were scenes where they were just kind of laughing.
Like, yeah.
What the fuck? Like they're smiling, like laughing, but like, what is going on at the same time? And I feel like they didn't know what was going on. I feel like because they do that on that set a lot. They did that with Teddy. Hello.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Well, I'm back. I never left, actually. So, in this episode, I feel like they gave direction, like they did on the set of my episode, where they said, "Hello, I'm Teddy." And
is that what they said?
No one knew who Teddy was.
Yeah, that could be true. They could have like had an element of. Like,
I think that they did not know it was going to be Van on set to a degree. And then when she was speaking in French, I don't think they knew why she was speaking in French.
Right.
I think they really just was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
I think that there was like an element in the script and on set where they didn't know what was going on.
Right. No, yeah, I could see that for sure.
Because they've done it before.
Yeah.
And it paid off well.
Yeah, like I'm trying so hard to just like pretend, just let the creepiness of Teddy Perkins roll off my shoulders.
Teddy won't die.
But yeah, to your point, yeah, like they're both of the friends. I can't remember their names. Both of the friends, like they're
skinny
looking for
and short.
Skinny and short. They're both looking for a crazy time in France.
Yeah, they trying to get their pussies touched. They trying to get a white man's meat put in their face.
Oh,
they had. They
oh,
happened
bad.
for
When
them.
we get to the ending, oh god. Sorry. But
They had a wild time. I ain't gonna lie. Now they got what they wanted. France. Now
They
wanted what if that's what they wanted, they got what they wanted.
Oh yeah, they got a true Paris story, and this is like this is almost in like the vein of like movies like Euro Trip, where it's just like oh, it's just like you're just making noises now. It sounds like
this is not French. It's French not making noises. That's not what they saying. They not just. Oh, okay.
Who is it?
That's what they do. That's what white folks do with African language. They be like. And all that shit. I'm like, look, nigga, look. No schwa schwa? That's not a word? Schwa schwa.
Ironically, most African countries speak French. So
schwa 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 has to be a fucking word. In France. It's got to be, man. A French word,
But yeah, then later.
Slang? No? Okay. We're going look. So we're gonna roll on past.
We're just gonna move right on past all this
little French slang.
French.
This is actual French words that I'm saying.
But yeah, Van, she is apparently, posing in magazines. She's dating some dude named Marcel, speaking with a French accent, like you mentioned, and living life as a gangster ass Amelie. And her friends seem like they're down with it. They're just like, yeah, we'll go wherever you go. So Van takes them to an apartment where her friend Alexander Skarsgård is definitely high on something. And
mushrooms, most likely.
Most likely, it's like shrooms or Molly or.
I took some mushrooms before you got here. Or did I take them when you got here? I don't know. I'm feeling them now. But he was probably on Molly, and then he wanted to come down with some coke.
Come down with some coke. So it's a nice light cocaine to chill out.
And he also wanted to come down in some black pussy. He was clearly, his mind was set like, yo, I'm about to get some black pussy. He turned on Ashanti. He was like, let's get naked. He said, let's strip in front of these bitches. I'm about to get naked. I'm gonna get their pussy. He said, y'all don't want to get naked? Oh. And they was like, you know what? No, we into that.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we're down.
I'm down with that.
It's so funny how sad he was.
Hey, you know what? We usually ain't into this, but you famous, so pull that dick out.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, of course they're gonna want to have sex with the dude from True Blood.
Also,
of course they're going to.
Oh no, never mind.
But yeah,
I was about to say something about myself, and I was like, you know what? There's no need for me to actually.
It's like, I don't know, y'all.
There's no need for me to say that on the radio.
Business.
Get out of my business.
But then, like, Van weirdly, I still don't really fully understand this. Maybe it's just part of her frantic craziness. But she plants drugs in this nigga's room.
Can I tell you what really happened there?
What?
She's right. They do this all the time. I do believe that. I do believe that she goes over there just to like steal money and or borrow a car every once in a while, get some drugs, which it can be used as money. And he's over there. She knows that he's just like, he'll fucking take that shit. And he's into that shit, which we later see him masturbating after she spits in his face. He's into that shit, so she just does that shit. She goes over there to keep it going. Every once in a while you got to go over there and pet your dog. Right.
Yeah.
You got to go pet your dog. Hey, how you doing?
Whatever weird thing.
How you doing, you little widow body, you widow. If you went to your friend and petted him right on his booty, right before his butthole, right there on the tail of his butt, and just scratched him. Your best friend. Dude, girl, dude, whatever, you scratching, scratch. They would be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? But not if they're into that.
That is a good point.
He is a pet.
Yeah, like they're
Alexander Skarsgård is her pet in France.
Yeah, I really liked his cameo in this. There's so many goddamn cameos this season. I feel like cameos is just the thing this year.
I used to have a cameo. Watch. So, I
would like to see a cameo.
I
would like to see a cameo of the band Cameo.
Yeah, we should have had a cameo in this. That's a fact. Did we have Cameo playing this song? No, that was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh yeah. And he, weirdly, this cameo kind of reminds me of I feel like this is a commentary on Armie Hammer because of like all the Armie Hammer news about him allegedly being a cannibal and like doing all this weird rich white man shit behind closed doors.
Are we saying allegedly because we don't gonna get sued?
I am, yeah. Because I guess it's still like there was like a weird period of time where if you said Armie Hammer or Armie Hammer cannibalism like in your YouTube video, it would just get like taken off of YouTube.
Well, let's just say Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammerus is sexuality.
Navy mallet.
Navy mallet. Schwa schwa schwa. She says twa. That's what we saying actually in replacing his name.
But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like there's some
there may be some symbolism there. I felt like there was a lot of symbolism in this episode. I haven't gotten to watch it but one time.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully we can maybe we'll do another breakdown of the entire season, and we haven't even really talked about the first 2 seasons on this podcast. So we'll do a breakdown of the whole whatchamajigger.
Yeah,
we're getting into the summer season, guys, where there's not really any television.
I mean, there's actually. I was looking at the
I know. I know. I'm just saying, but like as far as television, network television.
Oh, network television. Yeah.
There's not going to be a lot of things on, so we want to, and we definitely are going to keep this Atlanta thing going because nobody's talking about Atlanta. We're the only people on the podcast realm, and we're the only people in the YouTube realm talking about Atlanta on a episode to episode basis.
I mean, I've seen a few of them. been things
episode
popping
to
up.
episode.
Yeah, like
not that they just review an episode and they talk about it.
Right.
About episode, every single episode that comes out, they talk about every single one. No, they talk about the ones that are popular and they get fanfare. There's no one talking about this on the level that we're doing. Same as Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're gonna keep this going. Is all my only point.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this party going. So then Candace asks Van about like her old life, and before that, Van goes to the Van takes everybody to the projects.
Jesus,
because like everybody's like, so they just went to a real shit. Yeah. Apparently they were.
What the fuck is going on over here?
They were apparently screaming the name of some French cannibal from from back in the day. Who?
What was his name?
I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, but Talale. I don't know. It's also the name of the episode, which is why I did not try to pronounce it.
What they saying over there? Like, what the fuck? Where that coming from?
Are you gonna say it? Like, you're gonna definitely say it again. But yeah, Van has to go pick up a package, and then she deduces them. I guess somebody named Emilio is.
Well, I mean, deduces. She opens up a fucking trunk of a car with something with a cooler in it with nothing in it. Yeah, right. Deduces. Like, nigga, ain't nothing in here. There's supposed to be something in here. Ain't nothing in here.
Well, yeah, but that's not what she deduces. She deduces that it's like Emilio. I don't know how she figures out.
Well, Emilio was supposed to be bringing it. Look, we figured that out later. Yes, at that moment, you don't know. But later on, we realized Emilio was supposed to have done dropped off them hands. But we get too far ahead of ourselves.
But
the young ladies think that it's drugs. Like, are we talking about drugs? And then that's when they also realize, if I'm not mistaken, they realized it before that Van has a big old baguette.
Yeah, it's funny.
She's been holding on to, and they just kept on talking about it. Like, yo, she holding on to that baguette, like just holding on to her Frenchness. Like, she can't be French without that baguette. Like,
it's so funny because like in the scene before, like literally the scene before, me and Millie, my girlfriend, were watching it. Like she had just said, "I can't with this baguette." Like she was like, she's so trying so hard.
I didn't realize it was her sword, like blade.
Right? I thought that it was like her trying extra hard to be French with like the striped shirt and the
I ain't trying to be an asshole. You're wearing a striped shirt right now. You're wearing a French striped shirt right now with a fucking French mustache.
Well, that's because I work at a French themed hotel, and
so
they make me wear that.
You're miming. You're miming right now.
Anyway, let's not tell the people about my work.
Well, you gave them other secrets earlier. I thought we was giving them all the secrets.
But yeah, like it's crazy. Like right before that scene, like I was just like, this baguette is ridiculous. And then I
honestly was like, she gonna hit somebody with that baguette. I know people be getting tired of hearing me say shit like that on this podcast, but I swear to God, that's literally what I was thinking.
She gonna hit somebody with that.
She gonna hit somebody with that baguette. But when I say shit like that when I'm watching a show, I don't be thinking it's actually gonna happen.
Right.
I think, that's the most ridiculous shit that could actually happen. So that's not gonna happen.
And I guess that's how they write this show. It's like, what's the most ridiculous thing that can happen next?
I'll tell you what, look, for y'all who either thinking, I didn't predict the Tupac episode where that nigga was Tupac. The other Van episode, because remember that was another Van episode.
No, that wasn't that was the first episode of the season.
It was like a mix. It was the second episode of the season, and it was like a mixture of. The first episode of the season
was the vignette episode, yeah.
And so but it was like an episode where it was a heavy Van episode. That's all I'll say. And that was the episode I said she was going crazy. Mm-hmm. And I want to point out the fact that if you're hanging out with Darius and he's making sense to you, you've gone crazy.
Or you're on drugs.
But she wasn't on drugs. That's what I'm saying.
Right. But you know what? It's funny. This funny character Darius. He has like he's so out there, but every once in a while he'll have like a nugget of wisdom.
You know what that's called?
Much like a mushroom tree.
No, you know what that's called?
What?
A broke clock is right twice a day. Alex. A broke clock is right twice a day, nigga. If we gonna give the nigga that kind of credit.
At least twice.
If we're going to give him that kind of credit, we have to ignore everything that he said.
Or give credit to all the broken clocks out there. Shout out to broken clocks.
Shout out to all you dumbass niggas out there.
But after Van beats up poor Emilio and...
Poor Emilio? He was fucking around with them hands. He's trying to get them hands to somebody else. Somebody, I got you next week.
I mean, who knows?
Somebody, I got you next week.
Maybe Emilio had a crisis of conscience. He's like, I can't be selling human hands.
No, look, he got him in the base. He trying to sell them to somebody else. And then, what's his name? Sanchez? He trying to motherfucking let him go too.
Oh, he apparently had nothing to do with it.
Santiago,
He seemed very confused about the whole situation.
Oh, he was, look, Santiago knew what was going on. Why they in the vase, Santiago? Why they in the vase? I don't trust him either, but we can't get that deep into it.
It's funny, like that. I really liked that scene where she was like, it's in the vase. And then the girl
broke the vase. I was like, which vase is she talking about? And then she broke the vase, and I was like, oh, I guess that's the vase.
It's like,
the other vase. First of all, and don't break this one.
Yeah, he's like, you don't have to.
You just go into the vase.
It's a vase. You can just reach it.
Put your hand inside the vase.
Oh,
bitch, why you break
great.
the vase? There's a scene on cutting room floor. So why did you break the vase? You could just put your hand into the vase. There's no need to break vase. Don't just put your hand into the vase.
Yeah, I definitely had to pause and rewind this episode a lot just because I was laughing through a lot of jokes.
I had to pause it a lot because I was working while I was watching it.
Oh.
But and also I don't want the commercials to come on and then I have to like sit through commercials. You ain't got the commercials at the house.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Yeah, commercials used to be a load
I'm not paying the $12.99, y'all.
I'm not gonna do it.
We not doing it, man. Look, man, we got a lot of streaming services, dog.
Yeah, there's way too many out there. Luckily,
that's why we don't cover any Showtime shows.
Yeah, right.
Why don't y'all cover Showtime
but...
shows? We don't have it.
And plus, they need more nerd shit on Showtime. If y'all need my attention,
they got Deezus and Miro.
Yeah, they got Deezus. I mean, we can't do a review show on Deezus.
I'm not saying we can. I'm just saying like they got nerd shit.
Yeah,
that's not. Yeah, that's it though. It's just we're the nerdy Deezus and Miro.
Yeah,
we're the nerdy Deezus and Miro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put that on a t-shirt, somebody.
I'll take that. But yeah, then later, Van takes the crew. She's like, I guess she got to drop this package off.
Oh, I'm gonna drop these packages off over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through, roll through with me. We forgot that how they escaped the French ghetto, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, when they were about to get attacked by these gangsters, like they were just about to straight murder them. They had slashed their tires on their little Vespas. They were fucked. And then just like a random fight breaks out behind them.
Some fucking car hits this dude, like bumps him, and he busts the whole goddamn back windshield out. I was like, oh, this escalated quickly. Like, that nigga ain't playing around.
Yeah.
He is a bit rambunctious over there.
Yeah.
He's a bit rambunctious, bruv.
Totally saved their lives. Just how
saved their life. No, Van saved their life because she took off running.
Yeah.
And then she was like, hey.
Yeah, that was cut so well, like edited so well. Like we go back to the gang about to just like go whip this dude's ass. And then we come back to the girls, and Van is just like already like 50 yards away.
And I was wearing headphones when I was watching this, so it was like I could hear them in the background, like just beating this dude's ass.
Yeah.
But like they go, they dipping like, oh shit, they finna take all they frustration on this nigga.
Yeah, right.
They about to kill these bitches. Yeah, now they ain't got no bitches to kill. Like, hey.
Yeah, they're about to get Van's
We wasted a lot of time on intimidation and presence on that, sir. We put the tires out. You know what I'm saying? They was going back to the car. You know, to the motorcycles. Look at them, all fucked up their scooters. Now they turn around, they see us. Look, it's all dramatic. then you don't bump us with the motherfucking car.
Yeah, lost everything. Just got a little too dramatic with it.
That dude was
too much
whooping that dude's ass though for busting his windshield out. He was whipping his ass. He was like, "Hey man, you gonna bust my windshield?"
Yeah, that dude got all 4 of those girls' ass whippings. Like they just like you said, they just focused all their anger.
The
onto
only
that
reason
dude.
he got it is because he was whooping that dude's ass, and they was like, "Yo, we got to go over here and help this nigga." That shit was so funny to me. I don't know why that shit was so funny to me. But that was probably the funniest part of the episode for me.
Yeah, that was really.
Because it pretty much gets sad after that. And actually, it was really sad to me because the whole episode was really sad to me because I was on the whole time on the tip that Van is not well.
Right. Yeah. Like it's like there's this farcical comedy just like overlaid over the top of this just unrealistic comedy of all this craziness, and it's almost like most of the episode you're seeing it through these like short and skinny's eyes, but us as viewers who've like gotten to know Van after of the past 3 seasons, we're looking at through Candace's eyes, and there's something deeply troubling about her behavior here.
Nice use of the short and skinny. And also, I don't know if everybody's looking at it through the eyes of Candace, and I think maybe some people. I think that's why they are short and slim, or fat and slim, or whatever the fuck their names is.
Right. Short and skinny.
I think that's the reason they exist is because there are people like, yo, Van, go, go, Van,
because if it was
go, you go, girl, because you deserve it,
right? Yeah,
fuck them kids, fuck these kids.
Yeah, because
there was that group of people that was what they was thinking,
right?
And then.
Yeah, because if it is just
who actually got a goddamn mind and got their shit together, who was like, yo, they was Candace, they was
right?
Like, yo, we need to be worried about what's going on. What are you doing, girl? What is wrong with you?
Right.
What's because if really going on?
Because if it's just Candace there and she doesn't have her friends with her, she has no reason to just humor Van, and it's a much shorter episode. We get to this conversation at the end a lot quicker before we get to any of these antics, because Candace will just have the freedom to be like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" But like you said, like having short and skinny there, it allows for levity in this episode. It allows for us to look at it through this like farcical lens of like, oh, she's acting crazy, she's living her best life, she gangster Amelie. But obviously there's something deeply sad about it all.
Yeah, for all you bitches who knew who Amelie was, but also was saying, "This bitch, let this bitch live." First of all, y'all know what's wrong with America. I just want to say.
Well, I will say Amelie is not.
No, I'm just saying that y'all look. Clearly, you could be going through something. Mm. You can want to be independent. You can want to be, your own person. But also, you can clearly be going through something at the same time. And ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be going through something. That's the purpose of this episode.
Yeah.
That's the whole mindset of this whole show.
Right.
Is black people. We don't have to ignore our feelings. We don't have to compartmentalize them. That is not what white people do. We don't have to do that because we've been taught. Just because we've been taught to do that, we don't have to act in them ways. We can act in the ways that make us feel comfortable within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's okay to have feelings.
Right.
And not call yourself white because you got feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or say that you acting like a bitch because you got feelings. Right. Basically, that's what Van was doing. She was telling herself, boss up.
Right.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, there's
you got a nigga who will buy you something right now. Fuck it. I'm gonna go out to fucking Europe.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm out in Europe. I can take advantage of all these white boys.
Right.
Fuck it.
Yes. It's interesting because I always think about the very trite phrase live every day like it's your last, but it's like if you're doing that, like you're kind of skirting all your responsibilities. If I'm living like if today is my last day, I'm not spending 8 hours at work. But
I'm not paying rent.
I'm not paying no rent. I
might spend 8 hours at work. But I'm about to fuck up the rest of the day.
It's like I'm acting reckless as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like unless my paycheck is completely predicated, like the amount of money I'm about to make tonight or have in my pocket tonight is completely predicated on how much time I'm spending at work. Yeah. I ain't going to work unless that's
like if I work 8 hours a day, I could try heroin for the first time tonight.
Let's see how far I can run before that shit just hits me.
Right. Yeah, it's like
then you probably only you might as well just be at work if you're gonna do heroin.
Might as well just be at work.
I mean, you might as well just be at work because, like, god damn, just wasted 19 hours.
And to your point, yeah, like there is just like a stigma in the black community traditionally about just like, or historically about just going to therapists and just like acknowledging our own mental health. So yeah, like this is definitely stamping on that a little bit.
It's the mindset of that people like hearing your. This is the biggest issue in the black community. People don't want, and any community really, people don't want to hear what you're complaining about. People don't want to like. People don't. You just start talking about, man, my girl won't do this, or my mama did that, or like. Just random shit happened to you, man. My dog got hit by a fucking truck, and then I ain't got the money to pay for him. He survived, but I ain't got the money to pay for him, and all this shit. Like,
right.
And then they won't give you the mortgage over here at this place because like you got the money, but you black, so they won't give you no house. Like, okay, nigga, like nigga, don't nobody want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It comes from that mindset because like. Traditionally, historically, black people come higher percentage of poverty than most other races in America. And so you just around people who ain't got nothing and ain't nobody else trying to hear about how you ain't got less than they ain't got or more than they ain't got. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. We all going through something. My mama died last week. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
He's like, man, I'm broke as hell. It's like, nigga, I'm in the same job as you.
Like, wait a minute, nigga, wait a minute. But nigga, I'm 9.
Manager won't give me nothing but 4 hours. This is bullshit.
I'm trying to tell you, man, this kind of shit that most, so like people traditionally don't think that talking about your feelings is something that you should do.
Right.
So
absolutely.
In that, I rein the jokes back in to just say like, people should just really like this whole season is a public service announcement to black people. I think like, hey, like white people go through crazy shit too.
Right.
Like we all just out here trying to fight for one thing, our families, for everybody to do better and keep on pushing it. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we all deal with the same shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes people like getting peed on.
Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to get to that part. But just to touch on something that you said, because like I was reading this article from IndieWire. By the way, you guys should read it if you're a fan of Atlanta. Stephanie Robinson did a very extensive interview with IndieWire, and she was talking about how like this whole season was kind of talking about how, especially the vignette episodes, talking about how racism is like sort of a curse that kind of permeates not just through black people, but you also see how it affects white people and how like, just basically how it just like looms over all communities, whether we know it or not, whether we're acknowledging it or not. And I don't want to spend 45 minutes talking about her interview, but you guys should go read it. It's pretty
you could have talked about it a little longer. I hit myself in the head.
Oh no, shit! Are you all right?
God damn, that hurt. Shit. I wasn't gonna say anything. It's like bad for radio.
Ah, damn.
But I hit myself in the head, ladies and gentlemen. and it hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, put out your thoughts and prayers to my brother's head.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I've had too much to drink, or if it's mushrooms, or if I just took a serious beating in the skull.
Yeah, is it concussion or is it drugs? Find out in about 30 minutes.
Find out in 35 minutes. Next episode of Drunk Banthas Podcast.
But actually, before I get into because I guess we kind of talked about like how Van talked about having our conversation. Or
sorry. I'm sorry.
About Van.
Woozy.
Oh, I thought you were saying said duh.
Oh no, I was like, oh god, I'm still a little woozy. Okay, I think I'm good now.
But we talked a little bit about Van and Candace's conversation at the end, just like confronting her struggles with her mental illness. But right before that, we do get to this scene. Speaking of cannibalism, it seems like cannibalism is like a theme this whole episode.
It definitely was. With you telling me about the French.
Yeah, the French dude who ate a baby.
The French, first of all, nigga, you didn't say that part.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't say that for all the listeners. Nigga, you did not say that. What? The French nigga, you said he was a cannibal. You didn't say the nigga ate a baby. Nigga ate a baby. The nigga ate a baby?
Yeah, I was trying to look it up. I guess I wasn't looking it up enough. Because Stephanie Robinson mentioned that she added this in here because she saw like a Wikipedia ad and a Facebook page.
It's a French
about this French dude, who ate a baby. And I think he died of like.
I can't hear. That could not have happened here. I watched too much shit. I watched too much news. That could not have happened in the United States of America. I did not fucking hear about it. Nigga ate a baby?
Ate a baby. And I think he died at like 27 of just like eating horrible shit.
Right, yes. Of baby hearts. That's what it said on his death certificate. It said baby hearts.
Died of baby hearts.
Nigga had baby hearts in his intestines. I can tell you what exactly killed him.
I can just see the doctors looking at the x-rays like, you see that? That's not supposed to be there.
What is that? Oh, yeah, that's baby heart. Looked like he just swallowed it.
Oh, man. For some reason, that makes me think of that Dark Harvest
right
episode.
Now, there's some people who are like, what the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with them? Yo, I'm sorry. I don't know why that was funny. I know that's not supposed to be funny. It was a nigga eating a baby.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Insanity. I meant to look. I tried to find more information on him, but it was
yelling out the niggas. He was eating a baby.
Well, weirdly, the information about when you Google Terrare, it's very sparse information. Like it's different translations, and it's apparently a person.
They do that shit on purpose. This is not the first time we've looked up on something on this show that you look up and just try to find out what it is. And
right, it's very hard. Yeah,
they did that on purpose. That's why they was over in Europe. Childish Gambino, not Donald Glover. Childish
Gambino was on this thing.
He saw some crazy shit over there in Europe.
Speaking of, I'll get to that when we get to the post-credit scene. But yeah, like we get at this dinner, we got people eating deep fried hands.
People eating people. It's okay. She's like, put the fucking napkin over your head so you don't see what you're eating. Not because you don't want to see it, but because you don't want to be interrupted in your personal experience.
Right.
No, you don't want niggas to see they eating hands.
Right.
And then for the people who know they eating hands, you don't want them to be embarrassed about eating hands.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason anybody puts anything over their face at a party. Ladies and gentlemen.
It's shame.
It's shame, 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 shame.
Shame.
There's no fucking other reason.
That was clearly it had some like eyes wide shut kind of vibes. Like,
sorry,
let's cover our face.
That's a disenchantment.
Yeah. Oh man, John DiMaggio.
We could cover that.
Disenchantment. I mean, yeah, we could. I mean,
I'm just saying it's a show that comes on yearly, so we wouldn't have to put a lot of, and it's on Netflix. We don't cover any of them, and we wouldn't have to cover episode by episode. We could just do all at one time.
Yeah, I mean, like the problem right now, at least looking at the schedule, like looking at the calendar,
this is real shit
just
for
getting
y'all.
into some inside. This is inside baseball. Looking at the calendar, there's just so much shit coming out on top of each other.
We're gonna be busy. We're gonna be fucking y'all in the ear.
But like, that's the thing. I want to have
Disenchantment
something.
already came out, and there's gonna be another season, so we can come back to it.
That's
I'm
true.
just saying, bing, bing, bang.
Yeah.
Look, y'all, listen. Let me just say this. Just like and subscribe.
just like
if you listen to this far, like and subscribe. I mean, thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. We just talking shit and telling jokes. And I promise you, I'm not always on mushrooms, but I am always as funny. If it's your first time listening.
If it's your first time, long time.
First time, a long time.
So toward the end, Candace and Van have their like sweet moment where Van acknowledges her mental health issues. Yep. Candace,
you said sweet moment. She tore up the entire kitchen.
Well, yeah, like I meant after that, but yeah.
And then they have a sweet moment.
Actually, yeah, is a very good point. I did kind of skirt over the breaking point for Van, which I'm very surprised. I'm not surprised because again, Candace was trying to humor her the whole time.
She almost had the exact same moment with Ern. Because he asked about Lottie.
Lottie, yeah.
Lottie. Mm-hmm. And was like, yo, where's Lottie? Like, is she okay?
Do you think Lottie's short for something else? Or do you think her name is actually Lottie?
I think it's short for Lottie Dottie. We like to potty.
Her name's Lottie Dottie. We call her Lottie for short.
Her name is Lottie Dottie. We likes to potty.
Lottie Dottie. We likes to potty.
But they call her Lottie for short. And she's extremely intelligent.
Lottie is?
Yes. I don't know why I felt like I had heard that part before when she said that she went to pick up Lottie from school and she felt like she knew that she had. Like, I feel like that has been something in some part of this show before.
Right.
And if we were good podcasters, we would go back and we would go look at this. We would investigate the entire fucking show. But you know what? You guys don't share. You don't like, you don't share, you don't subscribe.
Well, I do that work for you. I do remember I do remember the first episode that she's being obviously cagey about Lottie with Darius because Darius was like,
but I know, I'm just saying, I just can't. I feel like I heard that part. Mm-hmm. Maybe she was saying that story to Darius, like she went to pick her up from school and she felt like she could see it in her, but it was a different story. Like we didn't know that she actually tried to kill herself.
Right.
She just like had a moment.
Right.
Like she explained to Darius, like you were saying, because I know I heard that part before. It touched me.
Right. Yeah, I do feel like she, or maybe when she was speaking to the white woman at that funeral thing with Tupac at Tupac's funeral. Maybe.
As a stepfather, I was like, it hit me whenever they talk about the children.
Right.
I'm like, okay. I see. Ooh, okay. Where are we going with this?
Right.
Anytime they talk about children, because children are significant in television shows that are written this deeply.
Right. Yeah, and the way that it was very, I thought it was like very poignant. I guess, lack of a better word.
Poignant.
The way
that's how I always want to say that word.
Poignant. She as a poignant. Yeah. See, it's not. It was. It feels nice. It feels good.
All y'all wanted to say that word that way.
It was. I did like how Candace bringing up Lottie, and she was very thoughtful about. Because she's like, okay, Van is obviously going through a lot of shit. If I bring up Lottie right now, she might just like lose her mind, which she did. But
I think
she was
like,
very
so what
carefully
about
getting
Lottie?
to that
I think
point.
she didn't want to bring it up. Like she was like, look, I ain't trying to be all up in your business,
right?
Situation like, but she's like, all right, bitch. Well, if you got an answer for everything,
right?
Then what about Lottie?
Yeah, because I feel like
it was like,
yeah.
I think at that time too, because Van had not been answering text messages or calls. So this is the only person who can actually ask her these questions that she's been ignoring. She's been ignoring all these exact same questions in her texts, in her calls.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like
if Candace was a good friend, she would have already been one of them people trying to call her, trying to text her, right? She runs into Van, and she proves that she is a good friend. Right. I like Candace's redemption story. What about you?
Yeah. No, I like Candace.
Louis Vuitton Doness.
Yeah, I like Candace. I like all of Van's like friends circle, like from that Champagne Poppy episode, because like it's interesting because like a lot of us in adulthood have friends like this where we don't see a lot, but when we get together, it's like, you know, no time has passed because like we have that certain closeness.
Skinny dark skin remind me of Maya. Remember Maya?
Oh yeah, shout outs to Maya. Yeah.
Skinny dark skin remind me of Maya.
Yeah, she does remind me of. Yeah, she reminds me of Maya too.
She was like, "Look, I'm down to have some fun. I'm not freaking free like that. Not doing that either. Nigga, they ain't here eating hands. Right. You out here peeing on people? Whoa.
Yeah,
$6,000.
Yeah,
I liked all of her reactions. Yeah. She was cool.
Yeah, she was like I liked. She had some very honest reactions, and not the same as Short. They're very, very clearly different characters.
They're short and big.
You can see how they're you can see how all three of them are friends.
They're short and big. They're tall and short. They're
tall and short.
They're tall and short, guys.
But yeah. I liked Candace.
Just keep forgetting the names we give them. That's what happened.
I think it was Short and Skinny, and then we just kind of went off the rails.
Actually, I said something very disrespectful.
No, you said Short and Skinny at first, and then you diverted to something disrespectful. I was like, is that better? I was like, no.
It was better. It was better.
But yeah, like we have this sweet moment with Candace and Van, and then we get our last scene.
I liked how Candace started crying.
Yeah, man, she was really good.
And she was like, well, okay, well, bitch, but what you gonna do, though? Because you way cooler than, what's her name? The French bitch?
Oh, Amelie.
Amelie. She was like, you way cooler than Amelie.
Yeah.
She's like, what you gonna do, though? Okay, but that's a sad story, but goddamn, though.
Yeah, I really...
Same way, Candace. Say it, Candace. We was on that bench together, Candace. I was on the bench crying.
Yeah, it's funny, like a little inside baseball, like one of the only spec scripts I've ever written was a Van episode for the third season.
Spec scripts that you wrote.
Yeah,
so you're saying they stole this from you?
No, not at all. But I just think I'm not one of those guys. It's like, they stole my ideas.
Like, that's why you wearing this French shirt today, huh? Okay, nigga, I see what you're doing. You a motherfucker. No, I'm joking.
No,
So yeah.
But I see
you relate to Van.
Well, I relate to like I see how like
you relate to Van.
I see how the writers are on the same vibe of like the trajectory of all the characters' arcs. Like how, you know, it's interesting seeing Paperboy, Darius, and well, less so Darius, but Paperboy and Earn in this place where they're just very comfortable with themselves. They're just trying to navigate themselves in this new world of wealth. Where Van is not comfortable with herself yet. She hasn't reached that point where
she don't have no wealth.
Right. She doesn't have any wealth, and she doesn't have anything.
But like, she could.
Last time right. Like last time we saw her,
she don't want to be with Earn. She don't want to be with Earn. No.
Right. I mean, but I'm just saying, beyond just
people
being
be thinking, oh, I don't have nothing if I'm with somebody else, or I don't have my own identity outside of this person.
Right.
And it's like you have an identity. And if you're with this person and your identity blossoms, then what's the problem with that being your identity?
Right.
Like, you're running from an identity. You have an identity. You're running from that. Thus, you feel lost.
Right.
You're in the light. You run towards the darkness because you feel like this isn't what I want.
Right.
This is the life that I was supposed to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Accept what you have and make the best out of what you have.
Right. Yeah. And beyond just like, her relationship with Earn, like she, like last Van episode, or even like the Juneteenth episode, is kind of just Van failing. Like she loses her job and then she loses an opportunity to get like another job, or like basically get an opportunity to do whatever she wants in Atlanta, because she is very bright and she's very affable. She can do whatever she puts her mind to, like essentially, but she is kind of like mentally stuck, and for whatever, like you said,
bro, she's from Atlanta. He basically said a nigga from Atlanta can go and run a jug in France, in Paris. In Paris.
Yeah.
Run a jug, because that's what they call that in Atlanta. I'm just trying to let y'all know. What she was doing, they call that running a jug on 3 different class levels of a different country.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
That's what Donald Glover was explaining to y'all.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that now that I think about it. There's like a French philosopher from like the 50s, 1960s, black French philosopher. He just became
a philosopher like in the 90s. He was just a nigga talking in the 60s.
Yeah.
He was just a French nigga talking. Sound good with his accent.
But it was a French philosopher named Franz Fanon who was saying, like, talking about how black people in France specifically, Europe, but France specifically, are seen as like modernized and like more cool.
They're not
black people in.
Ooh, sorry.
Than black people.
It just came out of me. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. Please finish.
But yeah, they're not seen like the same as they are in America. And obviously, we there's a lot of black people in post World War II who recognize this because they got to travel overseas and see the differences.
White women. I mean, see the difference. Differences.
Yeah, see the difference how they're treated. But yeah, I feel like this touched on that a little bit.
I thought you was going to touch on some other things, but just it did touch on some of that.
Yeah, like just like because Van is nobody in Atlanta, but like to your point, like she's a model in France. She's fucking running France.
Yeah, she's running things.
Yeah,
baby, you stick with me, you be fighting through silk.
She is the cream corn of France.
I'm running things. I'm running things. I'm running things.
But we have to get to this final scene.
Black Dynamite run up on me, he gonna get dealt with. Sorry, that was my best Tommy Davis.
We got to get to this final scene because I remember this.
This is the most Atlanta thing. They must be back in Atlanta.
Yeah.
By this point, they must be back.
Oh wait, I'm not talking about the post credits. I'm talking about the last scene.
Oh, the last scene.
Because this definitely happens in France.
Okay, go ahead.
So like the very last scene, we see Short. She goes to some rich white dude's house, and you see that she's been inspired. She wants to make a good chunk of change, doing something strange, pissing on a white dude.
Because Candace is busy, actually.
Yeah, that's right. Because Candace was busy.
Candace was talking to. She was like, right. "Yeah, girl, you right. I am supposed to be pissing on somebody, but I'm not going to that. That's cool. Right. Don't worry about all that."
Yeah, that's right. They tied up that loose end.
And she was like, "No, I'm chilling." And then they go to the next scene, and it's
Short.
It's Short. It's dark skinned shorty.
And I honestly. It was so funny because, like, so the guy walks out.
A lot.
Yeah, she said, "I had 2 Powerades for lunch. Let's just do this."
That's all you had, bitch. She clearly have a lot of Powerade in France.
Clearly. She's doing her little wee-wee dance. Dude lays down, and then you just hear her peeing. Now, this is kind of... I was talking to my girlfriend. This is kind of a beautiful shot, like really weird.
Oh yeah, the clock, the lighthouse of France.
Yeah, you can see the Eiffel Tower and the reflection of her in the
lighthouse. And you see the reflection, and you're basking in the beauty of everything.
And so,
It's a very pale sky of the night with that pale woman, and she lay piercing on my chest and drowning me with pee.
Yeah, it's kind of a beautiful shot. It's very French too, just like all the beauty.
The ending was very French.
All the beauty.
It's just like, oh, we're just gonna look at something.
Yeah, the very
for 2 minutes.
Right. Yeah, like it was very very French because like,
but it was also very French because that's where that comes from. People, I don't know if I'm breaking news here, but that's where that comes from. It comes from France.
What, pissing on people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. News to me.
Toilet means toilet.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it a lot because I'm trying to convey a message, which was at the very end of this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, like you see her reflection in the window and the Eiffel Tower, and you kind of just. I like how they spend so much time on this shot because
you're forgetting about the sound design.
No, that too. Yeah, like the him like you just hear
the ASMR,
the river of piss just laying on this dude.
You can see
and
that?
you can. No, that's what I'm saying. You hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute. You saw something else in the reflection that I didn't see. You got a different Hulu than I got.
But I like how they spend so much time on this scene because like much like in French movies, they just like take all this time just so you can absorb what the scene means. Because like she wanted her crazy French experience, and now she's like looking out at the Eiffel Tower while pissing on a dude. Like you
after
see
eating
her
some hands,
after eating hands,
and having
she's
having
the most
after having a famous white man put his dick in her face.
Right.
She's
like, you can clearly see that she's this is the best moment of her life.
She's getting paid $6,000 to piss and drown this nigga. Because I love how really he's like, he's like,
that was the best. That was the best. I died.
But we got to get to Earn.
Oh, man.
This is the best part.
That was, yeah. But yeah, like in the post-credit scene, yeah, we get Donald Glover, Earn. I'm assuming like you said, they're back in Atlanta, and Donald gets a duffel bag with his name on it.
Go on, get your money, little duffel bag, boy. They've got to be back in Atlanta because the way the nigga who delivered the fucking package was acting like an asshole. That's how he got. That's why I'm like, oh, they back in Atlanta because he was like, here you go, Earn. You earn marks.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Earn Marks. This is your bag. It was lost. Here's your bag. That's not my bag. Your name Earn Marks?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
My name's Earn Marks.
All right. Sign right
here. That's your bag. Sign right here.
Right.
That's your bag.
That was so
sign
funny,
right
yeah.
here. He told that nigga that was his bag. He didn't ask him, oh, let me clarify something up with you. Let me go check something. No.
Right. Yeah.
That's your bag. Wait a minute. No, that's not my bag. Oh.
Yeah.
Your name Earn Marks. You flew American Airlines today at 5 a.m.
This is your bag.
This your bag. Yeah. Sign right here.
Yeah, I like even in like the surreal
some nigga shit.
Yeah, even like the
Southern nigga shit.
Right. Yeah, even like in how surreal and creepy this scene ends up being, like it's still very funny because like dude's just like Ernest is like,
right.
Hey, I know this isn't my bag. He's like, cool. He just leaves.
Right. Yeah. First of all, I want to point out that we are from Birmingham, Alabama, where basically is the exact same thing as Atlanta. Like the exact same place. So,
very similar, yeah.
So, like, when we say we know that they were back in Atlanta, like we know that that's a particular type of nigga that you were dealing with when you get back into the South. You know, he's like, that's your name on it? You flew American Airlines? Yeah.
All right, it's all right.
Bye.
So I got 13 more bags to drop off.
Did you see how many bags was in my truck? Nigga, fuck you.
So I got niggas who actually want their shit. I need to go.
So then he gets upstairs with the bag that's not his.
Right, yeah, he opens the bag.
Because he's also an Atlanta nigga. So he's like, shit, I'm about to go through this bag. I ain't finna call no goddamn American Airlines.
Right.
Hey, whose bag is this? I'm trying to find out whose bag this is. You know, his name is the same as mine, but I actually didn't lose my bag.
Right.
He could have did that.
Yeah.
Question that I have. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, continue.
Well, I mean, yeah, Donald, he opens up the bag and he finds like a bunch of prescription pills and a Deftones
Like he finds
shirt.
like regular shit that you would find in somebody's bag traveling.
Deftones shirt. He decides
first
he's
of all,
hold on to.
Fucking thank you.
Thank you,
Donald Glover. For pulling out that Deftones shirt. Because there are so, like, shout out to the Deftones. Shout out to Thursday. Shout out to Story of the Year. Shout out to Incubus. And shout out to all of the real people who are the foundation of hip hop today. Because that's the real foundation of hip hop today.
Today, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like
today.
Yeah, they're definitely.
They are just doing rock music. How do I know? How do we know? Because we were doing that too. When everybody thought it wasn't cool. When everybody thought it was just like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You're weird. You ain't black. You white.
Yeah.
We were playing rock music. And so shout out to Donald Glover for putting on a Deftones t-shirt essentially and being like, yo, I'm gonna keep that. That's dope.
Right.
Because it's just a shout out to the fact that, you know, hip hop today, that's what we listen to.
Yeah.
That's what we grew up listening to. We grew up listening to.
And it's very apparent because like you can
music.
even see like it's funny like walking down the street nowadays seeing like 13-year-old kids with like Nirvana and Blink 182 t-shirts on. Because it's like, those are the bands that I got made fun of for listening to when I was in high school. Just because, like, you're black and you're not supposed to listen to that kind of music.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
And
like,
now, and the most recent concert that I've been to in the last 2 years was Lil Wayne and Blink 182.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Crazy. And
I'm just saying, like, facts. 12 years ago, not even 12 years ago. Yes, definitely 12 years ago, that probably wouldn't have happened. But fucking 25 years ago,
right?
That just wasn't fucking happening.
Well,
we were doing shows 20 years ago.
Well, there was always this weird parallel between those kinds of musics because those genres where a couple of people would eke over. Like you would see like Exhibit at the Warped Tour or Snoop Dogg at the Warped Tour, but not. But you wouldn't see like a full
because they're on the same labels though. That's not. I'm saying. That's the reason you would see it. Not
but also like, you know, if they wouldn't be received well, they wouldn't have gone. You know what I mean? To the
well, no, but you had the Neptunes, the Warped Tour. Punk rock wouldn't exist without hip hop. And it's just like hip hop and punk rock go together like hand in hand.
Man,
you know
we should do a video. We should do a podcast about the Get Down because just like the wasted opportunity.
We should actually have like a whole other channel. Not another channel. We have a whole nother show on the Drunk Banthas channel about music.
Oh, yeah.
We never even talk about music on here.
No. I mean, it's
a lot of what we do, but we don't television music, theme songs, scores, the tension and what music does. We talk about music a lot, but we just don't ever. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have another show. If you listen this far in this show, and you comment right now about us doing another show, then we'll do one. If you don't, then we won't.
But what was your favorite episode of this season? Do you have a favorite episode this season? Like,
I don't have a favorite episode when it comes to Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't have a favorite with Atlanta because it's like it's not done. They never leave you with anything done. It's kind of like Ozark. I can't be like oh, this season was my favorite season. I can't even understand how people do that. The show's not over.
Right.
We've been left with such a cliffhanger. I'm just saying, you've been left with such a cliff. It's not like you're watching Married with Children or fucking even what's that one with the Savage Boy?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No,
sure.
come on, man.
He just right to that. What, Wonder Years?
Wonder Years. Like, when you got one that's like, you're growing with this person.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing with this.
Right.
And so there's I'm saying, but it's even different than the Wonder Years, where you're not, each episode is so different.
Right. Yeah.
Each episode doesn't even carry along with each character and the storyline itself. So the season doesn't either. You have to put all of it together at one time. Now, so I can't say one I favor over another. Each one is just telling me more of the story that I haven't yet finished.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm reading 3 different books. It's like I'm reading one book and I keep putting it down 3 different times.
Right. No, I get that. Because like it does weave itself together like a nice, just like really interesting cinematic tapestry, like throughout the whole, like especially this 3rd season. But all 3 seasons have like a very specific tone and theme, while each episode can be like have license to be wildly different from the last. But there are episodes I enjoy more than others.
What was your favorite episode?
Probably
yours was probably the one where Paperboy was talking to that crazy white boy.
Actually, no. That was probably my least favorite episode this season. As much as I liked the stuff going on,
it was your dialogue and your fucking shots.
But I mean, I still like
that would definitely be your favorite episode.
I still like to laugh though. Like as much as I like that episode and the
but
Trinity.
That's not this show's. That was hilarious to me.
I just thought it was creepy more than that. There was some funny moments, but
I don't know. I'm weird. Clearly, I'm a damaged person. Clearly, also, Donald Glover is a damaged person. All the things that that's just funny to me. I don't know.
Right. I mean, like
that's just funny to me.
There was definitely some funny moments in there, but I just like the episode where I laughed the most was the episode where Paperboy does the mushrooms with Darius. Like that's the episode where I laughed the most.
Mushroom tea, honey thing.
Yeah, or the mushroom. Yeah, the nectar. Yeah, the hallucinogenic nectar, whatever that cookie is.
We talked about that where I was like, yo, that's him. That's Paperboy in that corner.
Right.
Wearing the same shoes, dog. I was like, yo, that's that nigga right there.
Yeah, that was probably my the one I enjoyed the most this season, just because like it made me laugh so hard.
Oh God, I was like, no. First of all, I want to go do that.
I want to go to.
I'm doing mushrooms right now, so I gotta say that. I can't even lie. I want to do it.
You have the potentiality to do so.
Also,
but
Lakeith Stanfield, I'm sorry.
If you're listening,
you're gonna listen to this one day.
You think so? You're gonna be deep diving through YouTube's.
You're gonna listen to this one day. I know I said that you're not a good rapper. That's still true. I know we bumped into each other, and I talk about it all the time, and I tell people I almost beat the shit out of Lakeith Stanfield. That's not untrue either, and I'm sorry about all of it.
Cool.
And that's just because he doesn't deserve. He doesn't. He was probably just being a dick because he's a mad actor and he was getting ready to be the goddamn Judah.
Sure. I mean, yeah, like people at parties, whatever.
I just want to apologize because I've always talked about it, and you know how small this place is, really.
Yeah, small town for sure.
Shout out to Haley Joel Osment.
It's funny. Like I was listening to this podcast, Blank Check, and this
great movie.
These 2 actors just like talk about movies, and like one of the actors was like, I almost didn't do this podcast because I thought it was gonna like hurt my career because I'm just like talking about movies and like maybe I'll rub somebody the wrong way. And eventually he's like, I'm just going to like, whatever, go full in on this podcast because acting isn't working out like spectacularly for me anyway. And then like after, he's like, and weirdly, this is like if anything, projected me into more roles. Like he's like the voice. He's like one of the voices on Masters of the Universe cartoon. He was in the Tick TV show. Like, dude's like, he's gotten more famous since he started talking shit about people.
Yeah, hey, you know, do what you gotta do, man. Yeah. I don't want to talk shit about people. That's not the reason. I'm just apologizing because.
Oh no! I'm not saying like
I will talk shit about you. I do still think that you shouldn't have bumped into me, and also I do believe that you are a terrible rapper. But I just want to apologize for talking so much shit because this was a great season.
Yeah, this is
you clearly didn't make enough money this season because you weren't in it really, and I apologize.
Well, he might have been in the scheduling conflict since he's like so big. He might be doing
conflicts. Clearly, everybody has scheduling conflicts. There's the pandemic.
Yeah,
all that shit. What's her name? Yazzie Beats talks about it on Adiza Zamiro. Interview. Check
about that.
We ain't talking about it. I ain't talking about it.
Check out that Yazzie Beats interview.
Look at that shit.
Thanks for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new episodes of the pod and new video essays from yours truly. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at Drunk Banthas. Till next time, stay safe, my little Amalees, and may the force be with you.